to welcome everybody to the Planning Commission. Today is Monday, June 24th, 2019. First order of duty is roll call.
Zobrist.
Here.
Farrell.
Here.
Keach.
Here.
Knapp. Fick.
Here.
Ritterbusch.
Here.
Smock.
Here.
Guile.
Here.
DeWeese. We have quorum.
Thank you very much. Next item up this evening is the approval of minutes. Minutes are from our regular meeting from May 28th, 2019. Notes from that meeting were included in your packet for review. Are there any alterations, changes, or comments regarding the minutes? If none, do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion is made. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Call when ready.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed the same.
Next up this evening is public hearing. We have a petition and a handful of ordinances to discuss. Prior to going through the public hearing, our council will provide a brief narrative for the public.
Thank you. Public hearings are being held tonight pursuant to published notice. Any person wishing to make a comment to the Plan Commission will be afforded an opportunity to do so and will give their testimony under oath or affirmation. At the conclusion of the public hearing, the Plan Commission will make a recommendation to the Village Board. The Plan Commission makes recommendations only. The Village Board is responsible for taking final action on these matters.
Terrific. Petition number 19-7 is a special use. This is for the property at 445 East Birchwood Street. Current zoning is I-1 special use. Current special use allows outdoor storage. I think everybody here has some of the property information in the packet showing the property. Requested special use is allowing for personal training. Prior to any discussion, would you guys, if I assume you're here to talk about it, would you mind standing up and swearing in?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
And then if you could just go up to the podium and give your name and address for us and tell us a little bit about this.
My name is Paul Dowell. I live at 501 East Polk Street, Morton here. The address for the special use permit is 445 East Birchwood, Suite E. Right now it's just like a storage warehouse space. We're hoping to bring a CrossFit gym to there for special personal training and group fitness as well. First off, I just want to say thank you for your time, consideration. Appreciate you letting us come up here and talk today. I handed everybody a little packet. There's just basic key points there. Mainly, I just feel with Morton's already fitness-driven community, bringing a very social exercise regimen such as CrossFit would be a great thing for the town, right to the center, rather than it has previously been out on the outskirts and kind of just forgotten about. So bring it to the central part of town. I think the social atmosphere of CrossFit itself will benefit not only everybody's fitness, but the whole community, as in being able to do social events after classes, before classes right there, and bringing business to surrounding companies and businesses there in the downtown area. If you guys had any questions for me, I'm more than willing to answer them, but I'll keep it short, and that's all I have.
I appreciate it. Roger, just for clarification for the table, for Roger. We're going to miss him.
We are going to miss him.
Brad, for clarification for the table, I-1 special use for personal training, specifically because typically personal training falls within the B classifications, and this is an industrial. It's required for them to request a special use.
Yes.
I only brought that up because I wanted the table to understand why, in fact, we're even reviewing a special use permit for what is, clearly a use that would typically be seen as acceptable in a B3 or B2 environment. So with that in mind, are there any questions from the group? I think everybody here understands where this property is and what this property's current use is. CrossFit, I suppose, as maybe a little different than a typical box Gold's Gym or similar, in that they might use some of the exterior or outdoor portions of the building for some outdoor training from time to time, I would anticipate, but otherwise the use is going to be very similar to other things that would be allowable in this environment. Are there any questions for the petitioner here tonight?
I just have a general question, not for the petitioner, but just the fact that it's I-1 surrounded by R2 and B3, and just whether any uses of the current property are industrial or not, and what would there be an eventual? Would it be a good idea to eventually change the?
The current owner is probably not, he'd probably be hesitant to allow that change. And my understanding would be primarily the special use he currently has allowed for that I-1 allows for outdoor storage. And there's a tremendous amount of that used up at that space. And as he moves into B, the B classifications, that becomes a lot harder.
Okay.
So I think that's probably the reason why that is currently remaining I-1 and has not been reused. I know it's been targeted for potential redevelopment zoning in the past, but without a development in hand, it's hard to get that kind of a change
Okay.
from the owner.
Thank you. That makes sense.
Any questions for the petitioner?
Are the classes during the day or just in the evening?
There'll be 1 hour classes scheduled through midday, morning, midday, and evening. So.
Okay. And you've got enough parking for that, or you've talked to the
Yep.
adjacent landowner and
Yeah,
business?
he has given us a allotted part of their parking lot for our specific use. So, yeah, we won't be taking up any road access or anything. We'll all be in. All our customers will be able to fit in this allotted parking that was supplied.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Any further? Thank you.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions this evening from the table, can we have a motion on petition number 19-7 special use?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Call when ready.
Keach,
Yes.
Vic,
Yes.
Ritterbush,
Yes.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile,
Yes.
Zobers,
Yes.
Farrell.
Yes.
Approved.
Great. Thank you guys very much. Next up this evening, we have some ordinances to discuss. Do we want to run through these, or do you have something that you want to talk about first, or just start heading down the list?
Well, the first one up, I would ask for motion to table that in discussion with staff. The scope of that ordinance has expanded some, and I anticipate at your next meeting we'll have a ordinance that addresses similar issues in terms of driveway pavement width, but also some related points that have come up in recent work with staff.
Okay.
So if I can get a motion a second to table that, that would be appreciated.
I move that we continue it.
Motion made to table. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Call when ready.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
Thank you.
Second ordinance up regarding variances in the interstate corridor district is to expand the available category of, or classifications of variances available in the interstate corridor district to include frontage and lot size. The particular development inquiry raised this issue, and that is the tail end of Martha's Parkway or Jackson Plaza. There's a lot there that is kind of triangular shaped. They raised some good points and inquired as to the potential availability of this, and working with staff, it was believed to be a reasonable extension of the existing available variances, and that's led to the ordinance before you tonight.
So what we're looking at then, table, is if you are to scroll down there, the substantive language that has changed is underlined in your ordinance package, so you can see what's being added, or in some cases this evening deleted. Any questions regarding this ordinance change? Hearing none, do we have a motion to allow the ordinance making amendments regarding variances in the interstate corridor to Chapter 10?
So moved.
Do we have a second on that?
Second.
We need to vote on these individually, correct?
You can do it with consent as an omnibus action. You do have a motion, second queued up.
Yep, let's go ahead.
Don't-
Call when ready. Thank you, Pat.
Excuse me.
Vic,
Yes.
Ritterbush,
Yes.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile,
Yes.
Zobers,
Yes.
Farrell,
Yes.
Keach.
Yes.
Approved.
Thank you very much. The final one this evening is something we have talked about here at this table here very recently, which is regarding the ordinance for solar energy and how it's being currently handled through special use. The revision in this ordinance would state that all requirements are a part of the plan process with the city directly. and that a special use is not needed. It's just zoning clarification. So the ordinance making amendments regarding solar energy systems to chapter 4.
One additional point of clarification, that would be building mounted or building integrated solar. That would not be like a solar farm.
Correct, residential zoning. Essentially what we discussed just a few notes back, but that's good for the public, you're right. This has nothing to do with solar fields. Were there any questions regarding the changes that have been proposed by this ordinance? And hearing none, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Call when ready.
Ritterbusch,
Yes.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile,
Yes.
Zobrist,
Yes.
Farrell,
Yes.
Keach,
Yes.
Fick.
Yes.
Approved.
Great, thank you very much. That ends the public hearing portion of our meeting. On to other business. Tonight we have a few items. Brad, you want to run through them? We've got preliminary plat, Fieldstone Section 4, and a final as well.
Yeah, so this was originally going to be 4 and 5. It's combined to 4, and there's 34 lots. There is a little section you see for the postal. There's a easement for the postal box, which is a new thing that starts in July. Moving forward, no longer get Melody residents. It'll be that box. Everything along Jackson will get IDOT approval. So their standards are in place there as well. It's approved. Craig has gone through this. He's approved it. So this will get us out to Jackson, and all construction will be encouraged, and we'll try to enforce in and out through Jackson as opposed to coming through on Jefferson all the way through the subdivision. So I think that'll help those residents quite a bit as well. So,
Okay. Table, any questions this evening on the preliminary and finals?
Just curious about ballpark timeline on groundbreaking on the road and everything.
so construction is supposed to be this fall.
Oh,
Right away. He's trying to get started on it right away.
I'm looking for, I just can't find that mailbox easement that you're talking about.
It's gonna
right
be, so
there.
when you come to the entrance, I believe.
Right as you come around that corner.
164 and 165, yeah.
Yep.
Phil
You see
just
it?
showed me,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
He needed a contractor to point it out.
It's hard to read drawings.
so everyone's got to come by here to get there now.
Take a class.
You're cheating though, you've got a bigger.
Yes.
print.
And there is, I did note on there, I did see a note as well. Our setback is, for front setback is 25 feet for anything less than 135 feet deep. And there's a few lots that it calls, and it has a little note, that do have lots that are more than 135 feet deep. But the variance allows them to be the 25 so that everybody's consistent with
So
the
it's
front
uniform.
setback. Just kind of how it lays out. You can see some of the corner lots are deeper,
Yeah.
167 even at some points. But there is also some drainage easements that go through the back as well. So that kind of hinders them.
Any other questions? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve preliminary and final plats for Fieldstone Section 4?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second?
Call when ready.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile,
Yes.
Zobrist,
Yes.
Farrell,
Yes.
Peach,
Yes.
Fick,
Yes.
Ritterbusch.
Yes.
Approved.
Great, thank you very much. That ends other business. Anything from the village or other
Not me.
pressing issues we should discuss?
Thank you for letting me attend.
Thanks for coming. All right, do we have a motion to adjourn? Let's not draw this
So
out.
moved.
Thank you. A second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed?